You can't even imagine how happy I am to make this video. Today we are going to look at a couple of good news from Cities Skylines 2. After a dead silence for the last 3 months almost, we are here now with some really good news I'm gonna get into a second. But first of all, let's look at the trailer that has been dropped a couple of days ago. Surely you've seen that one, but honestly there's a lot more and maybe some stuff you haven't seen yet in this video. So really make sure to stick around till the end and we're gonna talk about what else we have in store. So first of all, let's watch the first couple of seconds of this trailer.
You're listening.
Right, so this is a trailer for the brand new announced pack that we already knew was gonna come at some point, but it has been delayed a lot in the roadmap. And before we are going to go too much into it, there is also a forum post about this I want to quickly highlight, and this is the one has been posted on Monday, so it's actually just 1 day ago for me, but it's 2 days ago for you, because this week's gonna be very busy for me, so I'm going to cover everything on Wednesday, but there will be some stuff after this I'm gonna get into a second. But the good thing is this pack, which if you have the deluxe whatever included version from this game, you will already have it in there because it's embedded in this deluxe version. However, you're gonna get a couple of very nice things, and including some new building styles. Finally. So don't confuse them with the other building styles that have been announced for like mods and this kind of huge pack. This is actually like a real pack, and this pack contains a couple of new buildings within the styles that already are in the game, which is the North American and the European region, but they will be embedded, and also they will be enlarged by each 10 buildings for the residential buildings with 3 levels. The 30 assets for 10 North American ones, as you can imagine, from low, mid and high res, and also the 10 different ones for the European stuff, again 30 assets, 10 for each level. You will also get 6 signature buildings. I'm not sure if we can see them in the trailer or at some of the screenshots we're gonna look in a second, but the good thing is we're gonna get 4 new trees, and well, considering how little trees we have, 4 is actually in percentage quite a decent amount, but it could be more, but yeah, here you go. This is the updated March roadmap, or actually not March, it's actually more than March. We have the updated roadmap, which has the instant access at the beginning, but then as you can tell now, the beat properties, including 1 new radio station, will arrive now, and then some stuff that has been announced for Q1 has moved to Q2, which is the modern architecture creator pack, as well as the urban promenades and the soft radio, and then stuff that has originally been in Q2 is now moved to Q4, which is the bridges and ports expansion. And as you guys know, this entire stuff belongs together, like beach properties and bridges and ports. It's kind of one huge beach waterfront update, if you will, which originally was planned to be ended already by Q2, so they could go on with more stuff in the following 2 quarters of the year. However, as we all know, other things have to be fixed. And one thing that is very important, and this is going to be down here, they have announced that there will be a major improvement. As you can see over here, we hope to see much improvement to performance, especially on lower end spec computers. I really do hope that this will get along with graphic updates as well, because I have the feeling, for me personally, performance lately hasn't been too much of an issue. My computer is still quite, oh my god, look at an update right now. As we speak about performance, my computer is like, hey, how about updating? But anyways, this is very good news for most of the people who haven't got the bestest of rigs, and honestly mine isn't the even bestest anymore. It's still quite good, but it's not super good, and performance has been good, but graphics could be better. And they also said something about mods, but I will not bother you with this because we have some more chunky news about mods, and this is where we're going to jump over right into, and this is the Modding Development Diary 1 guest entry products mods cities. And the cool bit about this, it's done by someone who is from the community and speaking about this from from a different perspective, and someone who has been dealing around with the mods tool for the most of the time, because I mean by now everyone who is into Cities Skylines will know that behind closed doors, modders and well-known modders who've been working on mods for years have already been working on stuff that will come into the Paradox mod launcher. So you are not going to be greeted by an empty mod launcher. It will actually feature some stuff. And there are some screenshots in here, but don't let yourself be fooled by that. As you can see, there are some mods in here. We're gonna look into that, but I do think these are all just placeholders and, you know, want to fool around a little. But yeah. So as you can see, they split that into this player experience and the modder experience. I'm not going to go too much into detail because you can read that if you're interested, but the most important bits is you will have access, as you can see over here, to the editor and the Paradox mods from the, what is that, Tuesday the 25th. No, it's actually Monday the 25th of March. Is that correct? Let me just see. The date is down here, so I'm not going to tell you something weird. It should be down here. There, Paradox Mods releases on 24th, 5th of March. And this can only be good because that's the birthday of my daughter. So that is actually going to be insane because that's a very, very good day, as we can all figure out. So that's going to be very great to have this alongside the update and the properties. So it's coming, guys. There is some stuff coming. Performance updates, mods, like official mods. I mean, you know, there have been mods already, but now official mods will make the whole thing even more streamlined and better. And this is how it's going to look. You click on that and then you're greeted by this window, which, by the way, can we open that in a other tab? There you go. That's a little bit bigger. You can see featured, browse, playsets, and library, which I think is pretty cool. Especially the playsets is very interesting to me because I always had the issue in the past that you need to make yourself some collections and stuff, and I just you know, they were never really sorted that well. And I really do hope that this is something where you can you know, put all the mods you have and quickly enable and disable them as a blueprint, which you will have for different saves you're playing around with. I think this is definitely super important. And if we go into this other picture over here, you can see there are the playsets, and you can see, oh my god, I can't really go down here. And they are sorted into some initial stuff like Scenic the mod. I can't really tell if that's like more in there or not, but we'll find out as soon as we have it. And you can see over here, donuts contains some more stuff in there too, and you can also see more about this mod you can find from different locations. Something interesting that I have GitHub in here, so definitely a good spot for people who are into modding to be around just in general. But yeah, you can see, of course, the in-game interface is not the only way to manage mods. Playsets can also be constructed from the Paradox Mods website as well. There will be mods can be added, removed, toggled, so very cool stuff. No, your carefully constructed playsets will not disappear if your computer lets out the magic smoke inside, so they also will be online stored, which is very good news for those of you, like me, who eventually have some crashes on your computer and stuff destroyed. Anyways, so creating them yourself, for instance, of course, the game will allow to add local mods of any source to your playsets, which is kind of cool. Be aware that these will not be cloud synced and will indeed be lost on a catastrophic system failure, which eventually can happen. But this is if you want to go into modding, you can upload your stuff in here. And this is a very nice mask in which you can upload your mod. You can enter your names, you know, put the stuff in, short description, enter a long description, put the link in, put some images in. As you can see over here, the donut drone was something they were talking about, and that is going to be very, very, very amazing. However, this is not all. I found something that they have reposted on Twitter, and this is City Skylines actually reposted that over here. As you can see, they officially reposted that, and this is a mod that someone is working with. Since my Spanish is not too well, I'm gonna translate the post for you, and then it translated into English. I have actually set that to English, so you guys are also covered, because I remember that German might not be too handy for most of you. But anyways, I can finally share that I started making assets mods for Skylines 2. I've been participating in the closed beta of the game's mod editor for some time now, and while it's not officially launched, I'm dedicating time to learning new features. How cool is that? So basically, people have been working more. As you can see over here, there is a custom wonderful subway entrance of what looks like one of the normal subway entrances, and it looks quite decent, doesn't it? So really, really nice, and I'm very, very curious to see. I also tried scrolling down and seeing if they reposted somewhere or whatnot. You know, you can always check that with like replies over here. But I couldn't find much more than that, so they have been very careful, I guess, in reposting. This is already something from the past, so they haven't really done any interaction other than this one, which seemed a bit odd to me, that this was just really one. I can't imagine that this is the only person who did post something, but, you know, obviously there might be other sources, but since I have no idea how official they are or not, so I will not share anything. The only thing I can say, and this is something I really, really love, is how good this all looks. One thing I wanted to quickly share with you is there have been some more images of these beach props, and we have to go over here to see them a little bit more in action. As you can see, this one over here looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? Really looking high-res detail. You can see there will be some more highlights about this, so it's going to be launched. As you can see here, the 18th, that was the beach pro announcement. The pack will be launched on the 25th, and then obviously on the 26th they will be showing some behind the scenes or whatnot, which, to be honest, shouldn't be too interesting for us now, but the fact that we have it is kind of the most important bit over here. As you can see, this is one of the images, and let's see if we can get that any bigger. Not really, but at least we have it in the focus. You can see some of the buildings. One little grief I have is that, like, the fence game in here is pretty strong, so I wish that I know a mod that can get rid of the fences, but I wish that some of these houses, especially row houses, would go a little bit less heavy on fencing, because it just kind of looks a little bit too kind of chess play. For me personally, this one over here on the left hand side looks to be, or maybe even these two seem to be signature buildings. I can't really tell which ones these are specifically, but they definitely look like that. And then you've got a bit more of a scenic picture over here showing those two a bit more in detail. There's like another ship going on here in the back. It just all looks very good. This one seems to be like, might actually be these two. Oh yeah, we actually have the signature building obviously over here. And we can also see beach properties, from luxurious waterfront mansions to charming beachside cottages. Each theme has an addition of global resident buildings ready to popular new waterfront. So it's kind of cool that we have also these bigger venues that don't look as like a skyscraper. And I think this is something the game was lacking the most. And specifically for my planned series, this is a very good theme to have soon, but I really do hope that some other mods will make my life even easier. But yeah, I can actually announce that in the week after the announcement, we will start with my new series. I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be launched at the weekend after, but I'm really looking forward what you guys are saying to this series. I'm looking forward to that. I've played around a little bit with the map, and it's gonna be really good. But we are leveraging the tools, and then you can see also we've got a couple of new assets, and it just says 10 assets and so on. What I'm hoping though is, and this is something maybe we haven't talked about enough, but with all the buildings from the base game, you know that by the dev tools you have in-game, you can access the dev tools, and you can even find some properties and props in the game already. It's like detailing props. And they never actually list them, but there are a lot of these assets you have in gardens and so on that you can place down as a single object with the dev tools. And I'm hoping that with these new buildings, we are going to get a lot of new props, like, for example, this new type of umbrella, the beach chairs, and some of the trees, and some of the pools, maybe even as a single object, because then we could use these single objects to create even better, like, swimming pools or so, like an official public pool or so. That would be absolutely ridiculous. I'm looking forward to it. I can only say, after the big downer what the launch was, and also the first month of this year, and the, well, very apparent lack of interest of people out there about this game, I feel hyped for the first time after the launch, and maybe even the first time after Gamescom, because Gamescom still has had me hooked for this game, and then everything that happened after I really hope we can forget about from now on. I'm very curious to see what this game is going for now, and I'm just, for the sake of us as players, for the sake of the developer to continue building this game, and just for the sake of the community of City Skylines, I'm just really hoping that this is a banger, that the mods and these assets together will really have a huge leap forward for the game in store for us, and I honestly think there's a good chance this time. Now, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Thank you for watching as always, and yeah, I really hope that my hype could have been translated or was translated to you guys now. So be sure to be active in the comments. Let me know what you think. What's your favorite building so far? Are you good with this? I mean, obviously we knew that it's gonna be this pack first, but are you happy with it, or what else would you have loved to see? And what are you missing from it? And what would be the first mod you will need from the Paradox mod launcher? I certainly know which one. You can take, you guess it, please, in the comments. What is the mod I will need the most? Let me know in the comments down below. That would be lovely to hear. But anyhows, have a lovely time, have a lovely day, and thank you so much for watching. And if that is the time where you want to grab City Skylines 2, by the way, and give it a shot, use my instant gaming link in the description down below, because that's gonna be a bit of a better discount for you. So before you have that this pack drop for you. Anyhows, that should be it really now from my side. I'm just too happy. Have a good time. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.